We are live.
We are live, and you can see the counter. What are you talking about?
I said you can see
Oh,
it.
I thought you said you couldn't.
Welcome to Monday Night Sketchy, guys.
I just won't be able to see the comments. Hey, it's Monday Night Sketchy Live. You've made it to the to be honest, I don't know any other live drawing sketching shows. I haven't seen them. Maybe I'm missing them. If you know of one, let us know. We'd love to check it out.
Tell us.
But as far as I understand, we're kind of one of the few, at least, live sketching hot rod shows.
Yes.
So welcome to the broadcast. It's Sketchy Live Monday.
Yeah.
I'm John Jalopy, hot rod artist, designer, pseudo fabricator guy, and with me as always, my beautiful, lovely, supportive, amazing head of security.
Ooh, he likes me today.
All kinds of whatever. Up until that moment. It's Itty B.
Hey guys, we have some fun in store for you tonight. If you've been following,
I hope it's fun.
If you've been following Johnny at all, and this new ride that he has acquired,
yeah, I'm in love.
He's in love. Can't stop. He's obsessed.
No, I'm not obsessed.
You're obsessed.
That's not
true.
So, what would you consider? How do you consider I'm obsessed?
Because you're out there every day.
I wasn't out there today.
Not yet.
Was I out there yesterday? Yeah.
Yes.
Was I out there Saturday?
Yes.
No.
Yes, you were.
What did I do Saturday?
You were doing something.
Didn't do anything.
You went out to say hello.
That's not obsession.
It's obsession.
I think that's called lack of seeing things, and really, I don't think you're paying attention to what I do. Good to go. Good to know.
He's
and
obsessed.
we're already starting. I'm obsessed with wanting to. Anyway, it's Sketchy Live Monday. You've made it. We're so excited that you're here. As ADB just alluded to, we're gonna tune up Rose, our 1930 Model A,
yes.
Two-door sedan. That's a Tudor sedan. And we did some changes this week.
And we went to a car show this past weekend.
And we wanted to take her, but you can't take an oddly painted wheeled car to a car show.
But we'll get into it.
We're going to get into all that stuff and much, much more. Sketchy Live Monday.
Stay tuned.
If I can't say it enough, I love our intro.
You do love it.
I just love the tune and stuff, even though it was a thing. I think it was a freebie on YouTube or whatever, but it's a cool. But we're hoping, and if they're listening, boy, wouldn't that be cool if they were listening?
Mm-hmm.
We've met these amazing
blues
artists. Anyways, before we get into that, Johnny Jalopy, hot rod artist. Itty B, you've made it to a Sketchy Live Monday, the sketching podcast, pseudo chit chatter.
We do chit chat.
Anyways, the music, we've found this amazing blues group. It's Elsie Williams and the Driver. If you're here in Florida, or if you get an opportunity, you see them playing somewhere, I'm telling you, go see them. It's a couple.
Good.
It's a couple. It's two people, and then sometimes they play with a band. But Elsie is an amazing blues harp player, harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Driver is this, wow, like B.B. King, John Lee Hooker. Think of like the coolest blues guitarists. He's all wrapped up in this one guy, the Driver, and that guy shreds. Mm-hmm. But they play amazing blues music and all kinds of cool tunes. And they have a couple tunes that they play that I'm like, man, that would make a great intro to the podcast. So I'm hoping that I might be able to get them. Might be able to maybe ask them and see if they would play something for the podcast. But that'd be cool. Anyways, tonight we're going to tune up our new pal, our new gal, the Rose.
Yes.
Well, Rose.
Just Rose.
She's not the Rose, but
just
it's Rose.
Rose.
Yeah. And I'm going to get to it. Itty B.
I will tell you.
We got
who
other
is
things
on.
to talk about. She's
do.
in a mood tonight.
I'm a little fired up.
She's fired up. Hopefully we won't make enemies, but tell us who's on the broadcast.
We won't. All right.
If any.
Yes, we have Lizzie Daughtry joining us. Welcome, Lizzie. She said she still did not get notified that we were on. I got a notification. So, I mean, if you are following the page, you should be getting notifications. Maybe check your settings because I know I'm getting
your settings.
But thanks for joining us, and I'm glad you found us.
Still found us.
Cam McNulty joining us. Hi, guys.
How is it possible? Is she still in Georgia?
No, they are home now and safe and sound. So she posted some great pictures.
They had a great time.
Her husband's company pays for their.
You're supposed to really talk about that?
Why?
I don't know. That doesn't seem like a thing you should talk about. The logistics of why.
Oh, well, anyway, they treat their employees to why? That's a great thing that they treat their employees to a vacation every year.
What if not all the employees get to go? And
they
then
do
someone from their, they share it, and the next thing you know.
Oh, because those people are watching this podcast.
Saying, you never know.
Anyways, I think it's great that the company does this for their people, and during their slow time up there where they're living in Wyoming, he does farming. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, I think you're just jealous.
I am jealous. I want to go. But they went to Savannah, which was fun. Anyways, they're back. They're good. Again. Lizzie Daughtry is giving us her YouTube page. She has Mr. Butterfree 34, but I'm pretty sure it's Miss MS.
Are we changing
Ms. Butterfree 34? Unless she's changed it, let us know.
I mean, butter isn't free.
Howard Pierpont tuning in. 77 heavy rain with thunderstorms.
Ooh.
And hail earlier. I'm guessing
hail. The gang is all here.
He's probably in Mineola, but he didn't say. If you're joining us, guys, let us know where from.
Yeah, where are you from?
And if you want to share the weather, please do. We're always intrigued. It's a little bit rainy and very warm here in Florida, where we are. Frank,
can you count it as rain? I mean, it
poured.
Okay,
you were asleep. It poured and dumped 3 inches in the pool.
It's Florida.
Yeah. Dave Walters Frank Pupello joining us earlier today. Johnny was on my TV. Now he is on my computer. He's everywhere.
What? I've been everywhere, man.
I forgot to tell you, Mike and Rita from our fellowship. Mike reached out to me by email today and sent me pictures of you on TV.
Yeah, I actually watched Ian and Jamie's YouTube channel today, their newest episode, and Ian was sharing that what has happened is because there aren't any new episodes, Motor Trend is repurposing some of the older episodes that didn't get on Motor Trend, or maybe they did early on when it wasn't so much, it was more of a filler in their first seasons. So they're going back and they're playing some old seasons, but they're playing, they are reruns, but they're old season stuff. So when I thought maybe we were going to never be seen again in the full custom world, boom,
there you are.
Thanks, Motor Trend.
We'll take it.
Yeah,
we'll take it
for sure.
We've got David Walters joining us. Good evening from Jersey. How you two doing? We're gonna be in Jersey next week. We're going to be hitting up the Bellcrest Plaza in Toms River on Thursday night. They do a cruise in.
You didn't say it right.
What? Plaza.
You didn't say it like you normally say it.
Mark Akalowitz is our point of contact for that show. Yeah. So we're hoping to see him again this year. And if you're in the area and you're in the Toms River area, come on over to Bellcrest Plaza on Fisher Boulevard in Toms River. We will be there next Thursday.
We're going to bring some stickers, I think.
Ooh, we got to bring something. Yeah. There's Lizzie posting her Ms. Butterfree thing. It was a typo. Was a typo.
Okay, we're just making sure.
She said my favorite two peeps of the week.
Oh,
we appreciate you. We've got Mike Hicks.
Is that Mike
joining us? He says howdy. Hicks. We are going to see Mike Hicks. I'm so excited. I know. In just a couple months, October is the Show Me Lowbrow Art Show.
Yeah, we had Dennis the Menace on last week.
Yes.
Go if you haven't seen that episode.
Great podcast.
I highly suggest it. It was really great and fun, and we talked about all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
And got into some of the nitties and the gritties
of what that show's going to be about, what to expect, who's going to be there, the whole lowdown.
Big names.
The lowdown on the lowbrow.
Big names.
The lowdown on the lowbrow.
I heard you.
You didn't comment. That was witty.
Because it was lame.
It was witty and fun. We've got Randy Lindahl joining us. Good evening and happy tuning.
Hello.
Diane Kinnery. He's in my cell phone too. He really gets around. Hi guys. Kinnery's here. Good to see you guys. It was a 90-degree day for us in Illinois. Wow. Nice. Getting warm up there. And Diana's tuning in from YouTube, just to let y'all know. And like Lizzie said earlier, we are on YouTube.
We are live.
We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook on Johnny's personal page, and we are live on Facebook on Johnny Jalopy art page. So we are streaming on 3 platforms right now.
3 platforms.
We've got Robert Spear joining us. Welcome, sir. We're going to be in your neck of the woods.
We are.
Maybe we could coordinate some kind of meetup. Would love to meet you in person. Michael Schnell joining us. Hi from NPR. Welcome, sir.
What is up?
We've got Hal Schaefer. Real deal. Hal is here.
I heard he's a carburetor man.
How about it? Carburetor man from Georgia. Right. He's given his website there.
Great.
Howaboutit.com. And he has shared with us some really cool stuff for Rose, actually.
Yeah, there's some really cool carbs and intakes and stuff.
Not quite there yet with it, but
consideration.
Yep.
Yeah, we may be venturing that way eventually.
We're looking at it.
Yeah.
We've got David Iyer joining us. Good evening from the high desert of SoCal.
I mean, it would be cool. Maybe we could be a test vehicle for you or something.
Welcome, David. We've got Matt Williams. Good evening, guys. Been rainy in Idaho.
Matt Williams, not Matt Quilliams.
Not Matt Quilliams. It's Matt.
Make sure. We're making sure which
Matty
one
Will.
Which one Matty of them Will. Or Mattavius. Willius.
Paul Marziani joining us. Hey.
What's up, Marzio?
Bradenton, Florida.
Motorsports.
Welcome. Larry Hensley joining us from South Carolina. Welcome, sir.
What's going on?
Thanks for joining the broadcast. Ed Lucchese. Hello. It was nice meeting you guys and seeing Kona. Oh, from the show.
Yes.
Welcome. Yes.
It was great.
We met a couple local people. Tom Reeves stopped by to say hello, and he wanted to do some photos with Rose, possibly at some point in the future.
Sounds like a cool possible venture.
He said hot in Bradenton. Yes, hot here as well. We've got Michael. Safe travels next week. Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited.
Thank you. I am so excited to get the heck out of here and go see my family.
I just can't wait to see your family. I miss your dad.
I know, me too. Dennis Goff joining us. Happy Monday from Wisconsin. Welcome.
Wisconsin.
Frank Pupella said, OMG, Johnny just popped out of my toaster. You are now a Pop-Tart.
Well.
So let me address this now. I really want to hear from you guys. We've got 26 people on, and hopefully you will participate in this with me. You guys are all car guys and gals.
What is this? Now you're going to do your
rant. I'm doing my rant.
Okay.
So we have been.
Hey, listen, before we get into ADB's rant, this is a new part of the podcast. It's called a new section, a new area, and I'm gonna build a little thing where you'll have an intro to it, and it'll be like ADB's ADB's rant. I'm just frustrated. Just help me understand. So we have gone to 3 local shows now. Okay. All right. 3
local shows with Kona.
And that should already just what you just described. It's a local show. So
it's a local show. Small.
This is not what these puppy people do for a living, but go ahead.
Right. This last one we went to had almost 500 cars. So there were quite a few cars.
It was pretty big.
And no big deal. Kona came home with an award. Very excited about it.
Special. She's a special gal.
But
she is.
Here is what is happening, guys.
What's that?
We are going to the show. Now, we're not new to car shows. We've had this 51 Chevy for 15 years, 16 years, and have gone to shows with it.
So you're saying, listen, I'm not a novice.
We're not newbies.
Why are you putting we? This is Itty B's rant.
It is my rant.
Okay, so don't we us.
So, and I understand fully that these car shows are put on by car shows, volunteers, just people volunteering their time and resources and gifts and all these giveaways that they do. And I appreciate all of it.
I'm starting to wonder if you do though.
Here's my question. We're filling out something that says, our number this past show was 111. Okay.
Oh, now we're really getting into the specifics.
Car 111. They ask for our name. Johnny Jalopy, Itty B. They asked for the year, make, and model. 66 Volkswagen truck is what I wrote down. Color black. Okay. That's the information that's on the sheet.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
We then hand that sheet in. The only thing that remains on the car is just the 111 number. Okay. When they're giving out the awards, they're only calling numbers. They're not taking time to say this was a 66 Volkswagen truck.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Or, 53 Mercury. They're not saying that. They're not saying the person's name. They're just giving the number. So we go up to get the award and they kind of put the mic towards our face and oh, tell us what car you're in. When you're walking around, and especially with this many cars, and a lot of them that were the same. Oh, this was a, such and such Corvette. Well, how many Corvettes were there? And I'm speaking for myself because I don't know what the years are and, what the submodel is or whatever it is. So
there were submodels?
I don't know. I'm just saying, why just the number? Why are you collecting the information, your make and model, if you're not going to announce it? Hey, this, Best in Show award goes to number 125 and everybody's clapping. We don't know what 125 was until the guy gets up there. And then half the time we really can't hear what the person's saying. So why wouldn't they say this goes to car number 125 in 1966 Volkswagen, I don't understand. Okay. So we've got a couple. Okay. Ed is saying just lazy, which was a comment I had made. And I feel bad saying it because, like I said, I understand these people are doing this in their free time and of their giving heart. I understand that. Here's the thing, guys. These are 4-hour shows. Like, I'm happy to put together an Excel spreadsheet and share it with people.
I'm going to call bull on that.
With people that can fill all the information in.
You barely wanted to fill the form out for me.
Larry Hensley said, good point. Lane Kelton is clapping. I just think for the good of the show and for the acknowledgement of the people, I really think they should give a little bit more information when they're presenting the award. That's just me. And again, I understand there were a lot of cars there this past weekend, but 4 hours is enough time to input that information. Like, somebody should just be sitting there with sheets and just typing it in. And, maybe I need to run a car show in order to realize, hey, this is a lot of work. I don't know.
There's why people do get into wanting to do car shows, and generally why they get out of doing car shows. Because no matter, it is a lot of work. And no matter what you do, you can't make anybody happy.
Michael Schnell said, I agree with you. That is a legitimate concern. So you guys are having this same problem then? This is what's happened? Because it wasn't like this when we were showing Raquel. When we would go to shows,
it
wasn't just a number.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you to that. So you've now ranted. And what I will say is, a lot of the shows that we went to with Raquel, that was like 10 cars. It's easy to figure out 10 cars or 20 cars or 30 cars. Super easy.
I don't know.
So, yeah, that's what I will say to that point.
We've been to some bigger car shows as well. For instance, Autorama
totally different
in the basement when they're giving those awards away.
When were you there when they were giving awards away?
I was standing there.
And you heard them say?
Yes. They weren't just giving a number.
Right.
They were saying you're making model, and the person would come up and Shaggy would give the award. Okay. Shag, if you're on, back me up. That's what they do. We've got Julie Anderson joining us. Howdy from a windy Pacific Northwest. Ooh, windy and overcast. It's usually overcast over there.
Right.
We do have Mike Quilliams joining us. Hello from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome. Ed said, I've been to shows and they usually announce it. Also depends if a person is running the show as a car person. And these guys were. And maybe it was just a lot. It must have just been a lot. I mean, they had a lot of stuff going on. They had a lot of awards going on. They gave away quite a few awards.
They gave over 100 awards.
Yeah. I mean, so there was a lot, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there should have been something. Mark said, Mark Akalowitz is joining us. A lot of times they do that because it takes so long to give the awards out. When we ran our show, I always announced who won the award. Yes. And it does take, but here's the thing. I think it takes longer for somebody to be like 125. Does anybody have 125? Can we get car 125? Nobody knows their number. But if I said, Mark Kalowitz, you'd be like, oh, that's my car. You know what I mean? You wouldn't need to remember your number, but people weren't remembering their numbers, and it was taking so long just because people couldn't remember their numbers.
Right.
I don't know. Lizzie said Ronnie Setzer's car and truck show said the name of his cars when people win. See, and I think that's what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And I get it. I know it's a lot of work, but I just wanted to know if anybody else was having the same problem. So apparently there are some people, but I do feel like some people are agreeing with me that this should be done. I think it's important.
Yeah.
Because you were literally just walking up there.
Yeah.
And they
handed
you the award, and you're like,
and they asked me what kind of car I had.
66 Volkswagen. And then you
That's what I said.
What'd you say?
See, you weren't even paying that attention.
I couldn't hear you.
Well, you can't hear anyways. So.
Couldn't hear. Michael Schnell said they should also hand out the sheets for the cars to display on the windshield for people to know what they are looking at. I agree.
Well, that was the interesting thing is it was odd the way that part was odd. I will give you that part that they did because. And the other thing that they didn't do is they didn't have like specific categories. They just had your year.
Yeah.
So it was like, I think it was like 1903 to 20 or 32. Put your things in this bin. Mm-hmm. And then from 1932 to 1942, put your things in that bin. 1960 to 1975 to 1985 in this one. And then it was imports. And then it was trucks,
bikes,
trucks and Jeeps, and then motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like,
that was kind of weird because most of the time the categories are not that way.
Yeah, because but it was. I will remind you, the show itself was about raising money, for a charity, and it wasn't specifically, about, sometimes you can get too wrapped up in the award part of it.
Well, yeah. And I agree with that. I would like to see.
But if you're going to give awards, like I get what you're saying.
Yes.
On that part, which is if you're going to make the awards a big deal, then you got to make the awards a big deal. And if they're a big deal, then there should be a little bit.
Yeah, because for everybody standing around, like, half the time you're walking around and I'm left with the car, but you're the one who went up to get the award. So somebody seeing you get the award is like, what car did he bring? If they couldn't hear you or they didn't know, what if there were a couple different Volkswagens?
Nobody was asking what car did I bring. They knew what car I brought.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I just think it could be done a little bit better.
Sure.
It never used to be this way, and I've just recently.
And ma'am, what I will tell you is what those guys would tell you, which is, then I implore you, start your own car show,
right?
And show us how it's done,
right?
How organized you can be, and talk to us in about 4 car shows when you go, oh my God, this is harder than I thought.
Yeah. Cam wants to know. Well, actually, she said Cole wants to know how many cars were given awards.
So there was almost 500 cars. 100 of them got what they call like a top award, 100, and then they gave out
6,
4, 5, maybe of
the bike 6
specific best in show awards.
Yeah.
So
and we did not get one of
107 trophies out of 500 cars.
But there
That's a lot of cars.
There were a lot of cars. And there were some really cool ones.
Judge not, lest ye be judged.
George Makart is joining us. Hey, kids, I'm late to the show out in the glass shop.
Fine. What you doing?
We're just talking about the car show that we went. Car show we went to this past weekend.
And I'm sure we won't ever be invited back. So.
Yeah. Mike Williams wants to know, are y'all going to the Rod Run in Pigeon Forge in September? Oh, I would love it. That would be like the best time to go.
To really start getting to, we keep saying that, but we really do.
It's the damn day jobs getting in the way. I'm telling you, because if we had more time off,
page and we can really get going here.
Look, I have a commitment every Father's Day to go see my dad in Jersey. So that's our trip every year. And that's a good week of our time off.
Right.
We've been doing March at Autorama in Michigan.
Yeah, that's been a new time that we've invested. Every year we're doing that.
Well, it's been 2 years until they tell us they don't want us anymore.
Listen, we've had just about enough of you.
Right.
Mostly EDP, but not me.
Oh. Yeah, it was me and my chicken salad.
It was you ranting about the chicken.
That too.
Well, you had a gluten issue.
I would love to go to Pigeon Forge, though. Just in general, we've never been to Tennessee. I've never been, anyways. Paul Marziani said, I put on a little cruise in night once a month in Bradenton, just a gathering, no awards. And that's fine. That's fine too. If there's no awards, that's fine.
Well, you've heard it here first, folks. That's fine.
Oh my goodness. Mike Hicks said, did each winner get to talk about their car? No, barely got to say in the microphone, which it was not a great PA system once we moved inside.
That was really bad too, but it was a hot day and they were trying to save.
Right. So it was in front of this furniture store, like this furniture warehouse, and they graciously let everyone come inside and so they could do the awards.
Sweat on their furniture.
Yeah.
Which I
did sweat on their furniture. Yeah. There were people like, one guy was napping.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was so hot outside.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Just when I thought I was going to get a pair of pants from there. I mean,
So when we moved inside, the guy who was doing the outside like music and everything, which by the way, that guy is fantastic. I thought he kept the show
kept it going,
running
and
really
fun
well.
Stuff and
little interactions, call outs to people.
Shout outs.
It was cool. He did it, and I forget his name now, but
of course he did such a great job.
We've been to a couple shows that he's done. When we were at that Diesel Garage, he ran those same shows.
He's a master of ceremonies.
I think his name is Tony.
Tony. Bag of donuts.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So once we got inside, very hard to hear. So no, we really didn't get an opportunity to share anything about our car. And with 100 awards, we would have been there all day. Honestly, I was already.
Oh, is that part of the reason why maybe they didn't? Because it was a lot of cars, and they were like.
Right. So they could have eliminated any interaction with the audience by saying, here, Bob Smith with his blah, blah, blah. Here's your award. And then people would know Bob Smith didn't have to say anything.
Well, they did. I will say there was a lot of banter.
Too much banter.
Because they were Ford and Chevy guys, obviously, who knew each other. This is, I don't know how many years this has been going on, but there seemed like there were some people that knew each other. And they've had some shows where, a lot of people have become friends, which is great. They got a following, and it's and it was a great show. I
thought it was great.
I mean, other than that portion, they had some cool vendors there.
Yeah, lots of vendors.
They'd made availability for food and drink and stuff like that. The location, as far as it was some shade and some sun. So there was lots of that. I mean, the music was loud and you could hear it, and it was good, and people were very friendly, and there was at least good spectators too, people that just showed up to look at cars. So that was cool. So I mean, all in all, and with 500 cars, they had at 25 a pop. They raised some money. Look,
my issue isn't with the guys from this show. My issue is just the couple shows in general that we've done, and I feel like people probably like, oh well, that would be easier, and they've just started doing it. And again, I said I thought it was kind of a lazy approach too, but I'm not the one doing it. So Howard Pierpont said, offer to run just one show and see how hard it is. Yeah. And I wouldn't be running the show, but I would do the data entry for the show.
Can I say this is a classic EDB right here? This is a classic EDB, which is I'm going to give you all the things that are wrong with it, but I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. I don't need to do it.
Could I run the show? I could.
Here it comes. Could I? I know how? Do I have the know-how? Am I organized enough? Of course I do.
Absolutely.
Here it is. Do I have the time? No. Then shut up.
I do not. But if I was at the show,
there's always the if I
had been there, I would have offered to do that, and then maybe kept them organized and showed them how easy it was.
If I had a turd on my elbow, it would probably not be good.
But it wasn't just this show. It's been the last few.
Okay.
In any case, Robert Spears said, when and where are you going to be in Old Bridge? We're not going to be in Old Bridge. We're going to be in Toms River. That's where we're at. So I don't know if maybe we can meet up somewhere halfway at some point. We'll see.
Where's Old Bridge?
South.
Is it Old Bridge?
Old Bridge, yes.
Okay.
We've got Jay Newby from the Michigan crew joining us. Ron Sedlak from the Michigan crew joining us. Ron,
what's up?
We're going to need you.
Yeah, man. We saw some stuff this weekend that were like,
necessities.
First of all, Ron could do this way better.
Yeah. So we'll be hitting you up. I don't know when. It's obviously going to be after this trip.
Soonsies.
Yeah. We need you. For anyone who doesn't know, Ron and his wife Debbie run a graphic and graphic design, and they do our stickers. And
yeah, they've become our sticker people.
They're our sticker people,
and we've got new stickers in. They're the old stickers, but they're the new versions of them, and the quality of them is just super great, amazing. So we're so happy that we've been able to hook up with them and be able to partner with them, and because they're awesome quality.
Yeah. Michael Schnell said this year's show was better organized, better than last year. So, Michael, you were there. Do you agree with what I'm saying?
Also, he's saying it was better organized, which means
so they've learning.
They've improved on stuff, and people aren't perfect.
Right. And again, it wasn't just this show, though. Other clubs are doing it. It was two other shows.
What other show?
It was the one at the church, and it was the one at the barbecue place.
So again, the church was obviously not people that normally put on a car show.
It was a car club that was putting it on, babe. It was just using the church venue.
It was the church.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Show me the proof.
Oh my God. Michael, let me know if you agree, because I think, I don't know. I think they could add that element. And I think that would have saved time with the awards, honestly.
I just want to say,
how is everybody else doing it? I want to hear more feedback. Jay Newby said, me and mine go every year in Gatlinburg. It's so cool. Oh, yes. I know. I would love to go to Gatlinburg as well.
Okay.
Mark Calloway said, looking forward to seeing you both soon. I'll spread the word for this Thursday. Yes, we will be there.
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, he's spreading the word this Thursday for next Thursday. Okay. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And Michael Schnell said, Iola car show is massive.
Oh, I'd love to go to that.
I've heard of that. Now, where is that?
Iola?
Where? In Florida?
No.
Where's Iola?
It's in I'm not really sure. Iowa? Ohio? I don't know.
Iola, Iowa. That's
I don't know.
Too many.
Look it up.
I don't know.
If you
Michael,
only had
tell us.
If you only had a computer
I'm doing
year,
stuff over here. I got stuff I'm doing.
Nothing.
George said, I've never put my cars in a show. I leave then in the parking lot and draw a good crowd. Oh, he leaves them in the parking lot and draw a good crowd. Julie said Spud ran 5 car shows. It's not easy, but with the right car club, it is a blast. Yeah. And how did you guys do it when people won awards? Did you say your make and model and the person's name or the number? How did you do it? Jay Newby said Pigeon Forge is so cool. Me and the wife go there every year. I would love to do that too. Oh, Paul Marciani said Old Bridge, Englishtown Raceway.
Ooh, Englishtown.
Yes. We're going to be going to New Egypt, not this weekend, but the following weekend when we're in Jersey. We'll be at the New Egypt Raceway. My nephew is racing, so we'll get to be there firsthand just to give everybody an update, because I've had so many people respond and like the photo that I posted about his wins, but he has been killing it. I think he got Rookie of the Year in his division at the raceway.
It's not even been a year yet. How's he Rookie of the Year?
Of the season or whatever.
There's been only 4 races.
No, he hasn't. He's been racing more than that. Didn't you see the post I made?
I don't pay attention.
He did get it. Michael Schnell said, yes, I agree. So he agrees. Craig is chiming in. He was there. He said, you can come help organize our next show. It really is a lot of work. I would totally love to help.
See, that's what I'm saying. You say that. You're so full of crap.
Why?
I would love to help. I could barely get you to come.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
I'm not saying.
You are saying.
Everything else was fine. This one part.
Oh, I know.
With the awards is the only issue that I had with it. So I apologize if I'm upsetting people, but
you're upsetting me.
I agree.
Nothing's worse than people that talk the way that you're talking, which is how easy it is to do something.
Didn't say it was easy.
And then not do it.
I didn't say it was easy.
Haven't done it. It's just that's the problem with America.
I didn't say it was easy, and I didn't say
your exact words were. I don't understand why it's so complicated.
That one part of it. I just gave them a solution. If somebody would just be like, oh, we could probably do that. Let's get somebody to input the car from it. I'll do it.
I don't think you'd do it.
Why wouldn't I?
Because you wouldn't.
Oh my God. I would. Craig, let me know. Let me know. Michael Schnell said Wisconsin. Iola is in Wisconsin. Okay.
There we go. It's in Wisconsin. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
On Wisconsin. That's what you said. On Wisconsin.
George Bennett is joining us. Hello from Hot Rods Motorcycle Awareness and Suicide Prevention in Milan, Michigan.
Hey, Milan.
We really want to go up to Michigan for a quick weekend. They've been doing a car show on Telegraph at Leon's on Saturday nights.
Well, and then it'd be cool to go to the Milan one too.
I think that was September. Cool one, we had to miss that this year because we're doing the Lowbrow Art show. There's always something.
You can't do them all.
Always something going on.
I mean, it's either you're at shows and you're complaining about how bad they are.
Okay. You know what? For real, stop, because I didn't say that the show was bad. I had an issue with one part of it.
Right.
Which
are you taking it personal? Just like they would take it personal, hearing what you're saying.
I'm saying
no, the victors become the victor.
No. I don't think that I'm wrong in saying what I'm saying. I feel 100%.
Well, most people who feel like they're right always say they don't feel like they're wrong.
I'm just thinking there could be something we could come up with to make this an easier transition. Everybody's going digital. I get the paper stuff, but I think there's a way that it could be done to where the person getting the award feels a little bit more valued getting the award because people can hear what the year, make, and model of the car was.
My biggest pet peeve of the whole weekend or that whole show, I wasn't valued.
Shut up.
What are you even talking about?
We've got Chris Molinsky joining us.
Are you just upset that you didn't get to go up and pick up an award?
No.
Is that what it is?
Dennis Goff said, Iola's in Wisconsin. I have judging at my show. So if you are judged, you and your car and name is on the sheet. It gets called out.
You are judged. I think that's really what you want to do. You love to judge.
Spud said for the car show awards, we announced the award won, who won the award, and what make and model of the car they won with. Thank you.
I mean, it's so simple. I mean, why does it?
Paul Marziani said, just have them read the entry cards. And again, I think because this was such a large show and there were so many of them, and they were giving away these 100 awards first, and then they had their best in show for the other categories.
Right.
There were just a lot of awards. That would have been a lot of papers to go through.
Right. I think so.
Could have been done, but.
And ADB just didn't feel valued.
Brian Bentley, hi from North Little Rock, Arkansas. Welcome. We've got Mary Evans. We are late, but we are here. Dan and Mary Evans.
You guys
love you guys.
ADB is very frustrated.
I am frustrated.
That she was not valued.
Shut up. George Bennett said we would love to see you guys at our bike and car show. George, let us know when it is. If anybody wants us to attend something, please send a message and let us know, because
our rider is very inexpensive to get us to a show, right? We need chicken salad and to be valued. That's all. Gosh. ADB's only requirements are chicken salad or some sort of non-gluten type items available, waters, and value. She just wants to be valued.
Julie said it's so simple. Spud could do it.
Yeah.
Look, and I have coordinated events before.
Oh, really?
I have. Huh. You've helped me.
What events are these?
We didn't coordinate an entire fellowship Christmas party event.
Well, I mean, I went to
food, AV.
I mean, I went to it. I just really didn't feel valued.
Teaching.
I'm kidding. Listen.
I have a long suit in coordinating.
Yeah. You have a suit, of course. It's full of poop. Here's what I will say. My final words about this topic, and let's move on. You have a point, and yeah, I think it would have been much better to announce the person's kind of making car, or make it available for them to come up and say what their car was. I guess. I think personally, outside of their car, at least their name.
But as Steve. Spectators walking around, if you say the person's name, I'm not going to know what it is. But if you say the name of a car that I found particularly cool, I'll be like, oh, that car won.
Okay. Here's the only problem: when they brought everybody inside, there were spectators weren't there, and generally spectators don't hang out to see who wins.
I'm talking about, I don't know who everybody is. I didn't know any of those people. I didn't know any of those cars.
Let me ask you this question. Had you left 2.5 hours when you were going to first leave, would you have cared who won?
It's not about caring who won. Why did I stay? I stayed to watch you win is what I did.
And what did I tell you? Wasn't gonna happen.
You won. You did get an award. You did get called up.
I did. And I was happy.
I stayed there to support you. But then after you won the award, because you were the third one called out of 100.
Yeah, I was.
After you won your award, I could have left then, and I didn't out of respect for the other winners.
That's not why you didn't leave. You were like, how do I get out of here without them thinking I'm walking up for an award?
I didn't care if they thought I was walking out.
Oh my goodness.
I was the first one clapping for everybody.
You were a clapper.
I'm always a clapper.
You're a cheerleader.
Guys, what do we think about this? What do we think about this design?
What do we think about this whole thing in general?
Oh my gosh. So as you're drawing here, tell us a little bit about what happened this weekend and why we didn't bring Rose. Why didn't we bring Rose to the show?
Why didn't we bring Rose?
Tell us.
I forgot.
Why didn't we bring her?
I don't know. Why didn't we bring her?
Babe.
I'm blanking. Why didn't we bring her?
Whatever. Why didn't we bring her?
You tell me.
Because you started a project and didn't finish it.
That's not what happened.
Oh, it isn't. So what happened?
Oh, really? You want to say that?
Tell us what happened.
Okay, so I'll tell you what happened. So I started painting the rear wheels and tires on whatever night it was, Friday night or something like that, maybe. And 5 o'clock, trying to get it done before you got off of work. And then 5 o'clock hit, and I was out of time. Because why? Because it was me and you time.
Oh.
Okay. Wasn't it? Because what did we do on Friday night?
Went to dinner.
We went out for dinner, and then I took you where? To a couple different new places, because you love new places, right? You do?
We went to one new place.
We went to two new places.
On Friday night?
Yeah.
You sure?
Wasn't that Friday?
No, that was Saturday.
Well, then maybe it was Saturday I did that then.
No. Oh, the story changes.
I just want to be acknowledged. And anyways, I had painted the wheels, and so they were two different colors, and then
he didn't want to bring it out because we were supposed to bring it. I said, let's bring it to breakfast Saturday morning. We went to breakfast Saturday morning.
Why is the reason why we haven't been driving around is because the brake light switch is not functioning. So I had ordered a new one, which from Eckler's, that's here in Florida, right? And I assumed, like an idiot, oh, it's from Eckler's, and I thought their main thing was here in Florida.
It's not.
It's not. It's out of California. So what I thought was going to take like 3 days, it's Monday. It's supposed to actually said it was supposed to be here today. So it's probably sitting outside or stolen.
Might be.
But yeah, I was waiting for the new brake switch to come in so we could get the brake light working. The brake light working.
One light.
Yeah. Well, just because I saw a thing how you can take it apart and get it to work, but I wanted to have a backup plan just in case I didn't fix it.
Okay. So we need brake lights.
So it was for your safety, just to point out. I mean, if it was just me driving, I don't care. Death or dishonor.
But we are going to get her out. We are going to get her out. The wheels are now finally done. You finished those up yesterday.
The wheels on the bus do go round and round, and we did finish them yesterday. And the response has been a lot of people didn't like it.
Didn't like it?
Didn't like it. A lot of people thought it was cool. But a lot of people were like,
want to keep it original.
No, they thought the yellow, it showed the spokes more, that they were spoked wheels. Yellow.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I agree.
Yeah, it probably does show it.
But
yeah, that's okay. We like the black.
I like the
black. You showed me the back wheels on it.
It's way more.
And
it's way more.
It really looks good.
Looking.
I really like it. So this is one change that I am on board with. I know a lot of people have really wanted to see you keep it as is.
A lot of people want me to keep it original.
And for right now, you are at this point, although you do have plans.
Well, we're hoping that at some point, maybe this week or as we get into, I'm hoping this week that Craig, who's on, said he would give me a hand, maybe lowering it. So that's a possibility. We might be doing that this week. Okay. And I'm super excited about that because I really want to get the stand still. I think it's just going to change.
If anybody's been following you for any length of time, they understand stance is key.
It is a lot. And I think it's going to look really cool once it's that way. Not that it doesn't look cool now, but it does, the offset wheel size and tire size right now looks a little odd because it's not lower in the front end. It's a little raked in the front because of the tire difference in size. But I think once we actually get the drop axle in there and the rear springs done, it's going to look like a totally different car, I think. And then it's just deciding what's the next moves. Because there's some other visual things that I'd like to do to it. Like I want to get a headlight bar drop. I got to get the headlights fixed. Those things are horribly bad. The person that had it before me, son of a gun, took out the reflectors out of the Model A light buckets, and then they threw in some old tractor lights, sealed like they're like not even small seal beams. They're not even 9-inch lights. They're like 5-inch tractor lights. And then they put like what looks like almost like an ashtray as a reflector in front of that. So the headlights are horrible. It has the cool original glass in it still. The chrome on the buckets are in great condition.
So you just need to get a reflector.
I got to get the reflectors in there and then figure out the bulbs themselves and stuff. And, people have said, LEDs and different things like that, which who knows maybe, but that is a big deal, especially if we're going to drive it to be able to see. Because right now the headlights are not good.
Right.
So that's some plans.
So
the interior's in great shape. It's so far it's been running okay. And I went through and cleaned out the sediment bowl and cleaned that all out, and so hopefully that's going to help. I've thought about once I burn through this tank of gas, I may
which should be any day now.
I may try to flush the tank again, and then I may go in and pull and see if there's an actual filter at the fuel lever, which is directly underneath the dash, and see, because I bought a replacement for it, which I didn't I thought it was for a different spot, but it actually goes in the gas tank filler spot. So that's a plan as well to hopefully fix our fuel issue.
Cool.
And then if that doesn't work, there may be some drastic measures being taken.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Ed said, I don't understand the name and type of law and year, and they had a nice noun like sweet or clean or awesome. It makes it a lot more personable. Okay, I could see them doing something like that. We've got Brian and Lisa McCoy joining us. The McCoys are here, just hanging in the background. We appreciate you guys. Yeah. We've got Misfit joining us. Good day from Australia.
Hey, what's going on, Australia?
Welcome from down under.
Yeah, love our Australian people.
Craig said different color wheels. Craig, are you digging the wheels black? Do you like it, or do you?
Well, we talked to. He was one of the guys that when I originally had him yellow, he's like, maybe black. And I was like, probably.
I think he told you, these are going to be black within a couple weeks.
I think that is what he said, and I'm like, you're probably right. I said, but I'm going to try them yellow and see what they look like.
Michael Schnell said the black wheels look much better than the yellow.
I think so too.
I think they do. I mean, I get the fact that you can't see the spokes because you really can't see them as much.
Well, and the idea is I want to also put the beauty rings on the wheels too. So there's going to be that chrome ring, which
will stand out really nice on the black.
I think it'll look great.
Yeah.
So I kind of shopped around those today. I found there's a bunch on eBay and there's a bunch on Amazon. I've heard they're horrible. Craig even said he bought a set and they just flew off like within the first time driving down the road. I was looking over at Moon Eyes sells a set of ribbed style, which look for her pleasure. They they look pretty sick. And then I've seen some used ones too, and the price difference is about $5 to $10 a beauty ring. They're actually not much. It's not for new ones.
No.
But if the technology of the way they hold on there, I mean, I bought O'Reilly ones for the bug,
and they've been fine.
They've stayed on. So, and it's not like I'm doing 900 miles an hour taking a turn.
And you're not going to be going over. You're not going to be doing any sweet jumps.
No sweet jumps.
Yeah. Spud said people cared more about knowing which vehicle won the awards than the owner. People recognize the car and may not know the owners. And I agree. Absolutely. I think all day long.
All day.
All day. George Bennett said, Milan, Michigan, September 7th for motorcycle awareness and suicide prevention. Everything we do goes to charity.
That's awesome.
And I love, I mean, these car guys and these shows are all based on charity. I haven't been to one that really wasn't for donation of some sort to some kind of cause. So phenomenal. Mike Hicks said, please call me number 125 from now on. Thank you for lightening it up, Mike, because everybody was kind of ganging up on me over here.
Oh, and you felt
this one,
but didn't you feel valued that your opinion was heard?
I rarely feel valued.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Mark Acallo had said, is the brake switch on the brake master cylinder?
No. Okay. Yes. No. Well, there is no master cylinder.
Oh,
it's mechanical
brakes.
That was
a trick question, Mark.
So it's mechanical brakes still.
Yes.
So there is a connecting rod that comes off the pedal that is basically it's really interesting the way it applies the brake switch. So the switch is actually attached to the frame near the battery, and then there's a lever as you push the brake pedal. It pushes this plunger in, which is basically sends, I think, ground to the light to light up, is I think the way it works. And again, the way it's built inside is I think it's a copper piece or a piece of metal in a box that has like a bend on it. So when the plunger hits, it pushes down this wire, it makes contact, and then when the plunger isn't hitting, it's not making contact, or it's the opposite. But yeah, I messed with it, and I didn't really get you to get out there and see if maybe what I did might have fixed it. But somebody's been, and that's the only bummer part about, as you get into someone else's vehicle who's had it before you, you start looking at things that you go, man, what were they doing? Like the way some of the wiring has been done and things like that. There's some things like I'm going to have to go over and try to figure out. Like I'm trying to still figure out how to get I can't seem to find, which I really haven't spent too much time because I've been doing with the whole visual.
Right.
Like I want to get the Yuga horn working.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a matter.
Where is it? Is it still in Rockhill?
It's on the car. The one that's on Rose.
Oh, I thought you were putting our old one from.
We have it.
Okay.
There's one on there. That's where they came from.
Oh, that's cool.
The one in Rockhill is from a Model A.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, if we sell that, I'm taking that out anyways. What happened there? Anyways, so yeah, I got to figure out why that's not working. But they took all the light controls off the steering wheel and they rewired stuff. So that's the bummer part, is that happened, and I get why because they rewiring the whole car. From what I watched, it's not that difficult, and it all runs to the steering column. So I guess if you don't know much about the car and how they work, you'd go, well, I'll just bypass it.
Well, those are just little fixes we can do along the way.
Yeah.
Craig wants to know, how's the exhaust leak doing? So we've made some progress, right?
I have the stuff to fix it. Have not fixed it yet.
Oh, well, the progress is we have the stuff. Then.
Because I've been again fighting the fuel issue, which I'm like, exhaust leak, who cares right now if I can't get it to stay running?
Right.
But it's been running, and we've, like I said, we drove to Newport Richie. That's another thing that happened that we didn't talk about, or maybe we did talk about last week. We didn't really talk about it because we had our guest.
Right.
But we did take her out for a pretty long trip.
And videoed
we just went for it and videoed it. So it's on YouTube. We take Rose down to downtown, our downtown area here in Newport Richie, which is really cool. And it was a fun little ride out there. We stopped at the gas station, filled the tank up full for the first time since I've had it. So that I'm sure possibly could have woke up some of the little dry fuel pieces and stuff, because we're now higher up in the tank as far as fuel goes. But it did great going down.
Yeah.
It did great until we were probably about, I don't know, what do you think? Half a mile from home?
No, we got home fine that day. It was after breakfast that morning. That's when we had the issue.
Well, that was that. So then you didn't pick up on. You don't remember me cutting the guy off and then going up through the back way around the gas station?
Mm-mm.
When we drove home from.
No.
Yeah. Remember, I was like. Anyway,
in my defense, I had a few drinks.
You had a drink.
Oh,
you did have. That's right. You did have
a couple drinks.
You did have a couple drinks. That's right. I forgot.
Because I wanted to have whiskey because I was like, what would they have drank back then? Yeah. So.
Yeah. So we did that anyways. And
sleeping.
She kind of had a little bit of a hesitation and I thought she was going to die. Like she was not, it wasn't running right. And then it kind of cleared up and we got a little further and then it was running a little rough. And then I was like, retarding the thing and advancing and giving a little more of the pedal itself to kind of keep it running as we're at a stop sign. And then it cleared up and then it rode bad and then it cleared up and then it rode bad. So then I fooled with the tank a little bit, cleaned. That's when I did the sediment bowl, cleaned that all out, redid the filter, the whole nine.
And then you ran it by yourself a couple times and said.
And then we went to breakfast and it did that hesitation thing. And then that's when I was like, okay, I gotta mess with it more. And that's when I cleaned out the fuel line and put new fuel line and added some clean the sediment bowl out.
And here's what I will tell you. I didn't realize that these issues could even occur 16 years ago when we first went out in the 1951 Chevy when we first got it. And we broke down and I'm like, what do you mean it's not starting? What do you mean we're going to have to walk? What do you mean we need to call for a ride? And thankfully I've had that experience now for so long that with any of these old cars, it's just something that I'm mentally preparing for as well. And I know that this car is still new to you, but I trust your ability to be able to maneuver it and take care of it and start it and troubleshoot because back before I knew you, like, again, I'll go back to the 51, that first breakdown, the real breakdown, I'm not talking about the times we ran out of gas, but that real breakdown that we had that night, Halloween evening, I really saw just how your brain works as far as putting things together and being able to MacGyver your way out of a situation. And I was super impressed because to me, that's a man. That's you being a man right there.
Oh, thanks.
Taking care of stuff. So I feel very safe with you and taken care of with you, unless it's with braking, because I'm always like, we're 5 car lengths behind something and people are putting on their brakes. And I'm like, putting my hand on the dash to support the impact. You get so mad. He gets so mad at me, and I know I'm not the only woman who does this when their man's driving.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
hilarious.
It's your depth perception problem, but
Hal said, "Real deal. Hal about it sells wheel accessories, wheel hubcaps, and rings.
Okay,
bada bang. So we will have to go check it out." Michael Schnell said, "If you ever need help,
discount.
If you ever need help, give me a shout." So another local guy offering to have some help.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Mark Callowitz said, check out Ron Francis Wiring. They have great rewiring kits for vintage cars.
Yeah, there's a couple rewire kits for these things that look pretty uncomplicated. And in fact, there's one kit that allows you to add another brake light and stuff. And it looks pretty simple to do the rewire of it. It's a pretty it's not a real complicated deal.
Well, you rewired the 51 by yourself.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Who did that?
What are you talking about? I turned it to 12 volts. I didn't rewire the car.
Oh, I remember you messing with wires for something.
Rewiring means where you're pulling everything out and you're putting all new.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. No, you did not do that.
I did not do that.
He said I used his kit when I had my 32 Ford Coupe. Very user-friendly.
Nice. Okay.
Mr. Dana Baldwin joining us. Hi, all. Tuned in a few minutes late, but had to mute the TV till now because my girlfriend was on the phone. No problem.
Tell her to get off the damn phone.
We'll allow it.
We got things going on here. We got arguments.
You're gonna have to play it back, Dana, because I don't know if you see the mad face in the comments here, but somebody was annoyed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I guess they must be new to the podcast.
Hal said, yes, call me direct for a discount. Boom. We know a guy.
I was kidding.
We know a guy. You were partly kidding. Maybe buy one, get 3 free. We'll talk about it.
Jeez.
Yeah, we've been having a blast with this thing. It's so cool. I had not Comcast, Spectrum out today. Why do I keep saying Comcast?
I don't know.
We don't have
Comcast.
We had Spectrum out today for an internet issue, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I need to get in the attic," and I'm like, "I don't know about that." So I opened the door to the garage, and he's like, "Yeah, no, we've got." Because we've got Rose out there, we've got supplies, we've got toolboxes, and then we have all of the rest of our other stuff.
Still have all the welding stuff from working on.
This is too many projects right now.
Oh my god,
it's fun though.
I love how you threw that in there. Good save.
Why? I'm not saying too many as in it's bad. I'm saying there's not enough room for the too many projects.
I agree. If we could only just get rid of a lot of things,
throw it all out.
Yep.
Throw it all out the door, guys. Rose, lover. I do. I find myself like when I went out there today to do the laundry, I went over, took a peek inside, make sure she's doing good.
Did you give her a little love?
I did. I petted her. I'm just excited. I'm not even excited for me. I'm excited for you because I see how excited you are. What this car is to you is what my dog has been to me, which is something that I've wanted, that I just want to take care of and show off to people because she's so beautiful. And you're doing the same thing with this car. You just can't wait to get it out there.
I can't.
That's how I feel about my dog.
Yeah.
So I get it. I understand.
I don't get your dog.
You love the dog.
I could take her or leave her.
No, you say that all the time. You're lying.
I'm not.
That dog is going to be in this car.
Maybe.
We got to figure out a way to protect that back seat, though.
We'll see if she'll
spit.
We'll see if we'll let her in there because she is a spitter.
She is. Well, we are at about an hour already.
Are we really?
Yes, I know. You might have to finish this up another time.
Yeah.
But this is basically.
I might be able to at least get the base down here.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
Yeah. This is basically where we're at right now. I know everything in you is dying to do some extra stuff to this. But
I'd love to freaking go crazy and do the whole, hot rod thing. And really what a lot of this whole trying to keep it kind of where it's at right now is because I can't really afford to do any other stuff.
Well, you said to me, and not that you need to promise anything to me or to anyone else, but you did say you were going to do a couple little quick modifications, and then you were going to run it like she is for a little bit.
Let's
feel it out, see how it goes.
Well, it's not about the feeling it out; it's about a budget.
And the feeling it out. You may decide
feeling it out.
No. So if you had $20,000 in your hand, you would just chop it up and lower it. And
what does chopping it up got to do with?
I don't know.
Doing what I want to do to it.
What do you want to do? What's the dream?
Well, right now it's changed. It was chop it up before,
right?
But now I just have this super desire to make this really sick. Well, as sick as I can afford to make it, but full fendered, cool custom Model A, just mean looking. With
the fenders, which you normally do not like a fender. I didn't
really think I was gonna. My dream was to have a fenderless vehicle, 30s, 40s fenderless car. And the more I look at some of the ones with fenders on them, and they just look, I just dig it.
Yeah,
I'm really starting to dig it. Although I do still like them with the no fenders on it. And it'd be cool to put a chop on it and stuff like that. But would it be as easy as just taking off the fender, or would you have to do something to just take them off? So I mean, it's something that you could take it off, run it like that for a little bit, keep them, put it back on, or would you have to do something else in order to run it fenderless? No, you could do it that way. I'm just really digging how it looks with them. I like the little footstep to get in, actually. So if you remove the fenders, that's all going away, right? Yeah, you just step in. You would just step in. You would just step off. Well, and it may be easier once you lower it a little bit too to get in. You still got to step over the fenders. Yeah. Well, no, this won't be here. What are you talking about? When it's lowered? No. If you were to
if you were to lower it, yes, they're still going to be there. I'll still have to step over the fender. I'm saying if you remove that fender, that whole piece comes off, right? Is that all one piece?
No.
Oh.
No, they're multiple pieces.
Oh, okay. But I mean, if you took the front off, you'd have to take all of it off. It would look silly if you didn't.
Yeah, goofy.
Jeff Stokes said something given to me from my garage. What is it? What was given to you for your garage? Can't post pictures on this comment feed, so no. Yeah, I'm digging it. I can't wait to get in it and take it to shows.
Yeah, that's
see what number we get then.
Well, that's the part. That is the part I'm excited to do, which is the, getting it driving around.
And I really want to learn how to drive Kona. I'm a little bit. I'm not as hesitant with Kona as I am with this one to learn how to drive.
You should be. Kona's way harder to drive than this.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. The double shift.
You're not double shifting.
What are you doing?
You're just putting the clutch in one more time.
Double shift.
It's not double shifting.
How is it not?
Shifting is the lever.
And it's also backwards from what I know.
Okay. Again, this is something you have to learn. The car doesn't adapt to you.
You adapt
to the car.
I know. And what I'm saying is that I already would know the shifting order of the, like, what if I get confused? And then here I am trying to push it forward and first, and it's not.
Then you're a silly goose for getting confused. But
who changed that? Why did anybody even change that? If these were the first cars made and it was
changed what?
The shifting order.
This is just the transmission that Henry Ford went with.
Is this the only one that's like this? All the old Chevys were the other way?
Chevy might be different. I don't know. I haven't driven a 30 Chevy.
Does anybody know? Because the shifting order on this one is first is down, second is up. And normally first is up, second is down.
You're using a word that's not right. You're saying normally. Normally what?
For newer cars.
When?
80s, 90s, 2000s.
All of them? It's all based on the transmission.
So you're telling me...
So all the column shifted cars that were in the 60s into the 70s were on the column. Are you counting those as normal? Because they were normal for the time.
Reverse drive, that?
No. Oh. Shifting. First, second, third.
Okay, what'd you do? First?
I've never driven I've never driven a column shift vehicle. So if I went to learn, I wouldn't look at it and go, oh, this is stupid. It's not the right way. I'd go, oh, this is how you drive this car. First is here. Like when I got in Kona, is reverse up? In that Volkswagen, it's push the shifter down and then into what we would consider second gear.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to reverse.
Oh,
Hal said
it's easier to drive though.
Hal said most 3-speed trans use same shift pattern. So that's a 3-speed. Craig said column shifts had the same pattern as a Model A. Okay. So
well, there you go. So I guess what I'm saying to you is it's the car doesn't adapt to you.
Right.
You adapt to the car.
Right. It just seems more difficult. Mr. Dana Baldwin said, I've driven column shift. You never, like, none of your stuff, older stuff, the 60s, 70s cars, didn't you have something that was older? What year was your truck? Oh, early 80s.
Truck? You mean the Ford?
The little mini truck?
That was a Toyota.
Oh.
And that was a 5-speed.
Okay.
Which at that time, five speeds? Because 4-speed was all you had. And I had a 5-speed, which gave me that overdrive. I could really get going with the 4-cylinder. Yeah.
But it was first, second.
Sure.
Okay.
Third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
Right. But then my Jeep was a 3-speed. First, second, third. And reverse, I believe, was over to the left and up.
And so this car didn't come with a manual. Like, I mean, thank God Craig was with you to tell you how to do it, because how would you have known?
That's why when we went for the first drive, he was like, you want to drive it? I'm like, You drive it. And what I did is I watched him shift, and I go, okay. Of course, he didn't double shift. He just he'd driven it that way before and found the gear, put it in there. You're so concerned about the noises and the things.
Yes, I am.
Which again,
and like trying to turn a corner with people behind you and you trying to find the gear and going people, 2 miles an hour.
Those people behind you will wait, because if they want to go, they're going to have to wait.
They are going to have to wait.
So there you go.
And then they'll go past me.
Okay.
With your car.
And I'll go, hey, enjoy that Tesla as I'm enjoying this old car. Who's more fun, having more fun? Me.
All right. Are you done with what you're going to work on now, so we can let these people go?
I think we're done here. Then we'll add some colors, and we'll add some background, and we'll tune it up.
Guys, what do you think? Let me zoom in. There we go.
We're getting there. At least it gets kind of the idea of the stance. Don't do that picture.
Yeah, that's a better one.
Dork.
Yeah, I love it. She is so pretty, and it's been a joy to go out into the garage to see her. It's been a joy watching you work on her. It's been a joy watching you get so excited.
I've been having so much fun just tinkering on it. And
I know.
It's fun.
Mr. Dana Baldwin said, nice car, man. Yeah. And that's basically what we've gotten. That's been anybody that we've driven past has given the thumbs up or has come over to it to say hi. We went to breakfast one day with her, had her out front.
Yeah. The lady from, I want to say she was from Scotland or England, not England. She was definitely she was Irish for sure. And she was just like, oh, I just love these old cars. And I'm like, well, have you ever got to sit in one? She's like, oh, not since I was a kid. I'm like, well, let's get you in it. So we put her inside, and her husband took pictures of her.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's the best part about having these older vehicles.
That is the best part.
Is just sharing the history with people and hearing people come up. Oh, my dad had this car, or I had this car. Dan Evans said I had column shift on my 55 Ford Ranch wagon and 57 Hillman Minx. I've never even heard of those cars. Wow. Mary Evans said, looking good. She's a beaut. We're going to have to drive this to Dunedin and pick them up one day.
That's the whole thing I really want to do, is get it to where it's drivable and we can take it and
give people rides.
Yeah, be able to take folks out for a ride in it.
Because I will tell you, I sat in the back seat. We had friends over last weekend, and we took her out for a spin. And I sat in the back seat, and it was so roomy and so comfortable. But I remember saying that about Raquel. I could fall asleep in that car.
That was a big couch back there. Yeah.
These older cars were built for lounging, I'll tell you.
For sure.
All right, guys. Well, we are going to head out for the evening. We will let you go. We're a little bit over an hour here. So we appreciate you hanging in there with us. We've had a fun time for the most part.
It was all fun. Did you take all that serious? I hope not. Jeez.
No. And again, I just want to say the car show we went to
covers her butt.
It was great. It really was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
That my one issue, and I would be glad to talk to somebody about how to resolve.
Oh, I'm sure you'd be glad to talk about it.
So I'm willing to help if I have the time and can do it, or at least provide the spreadsheet. So anyways, guys, thank you again for hanging in. Don't forget to head over to johnnyjalopy.com. We have some merch available, over 20 t-shirt designs over there, guys, that we've had for quite some time over there. There were a few new ones we rolled out last year, but these are designs that have been selling for the last several years.
Yeah.
And people have posted pictures wearing the gear on vacation in other countries, on cruises.
That part's been really cool.
So we get to see Johnny Jalopy kind of all over the world and doing fun stuff. It's been fun. So please, please, please go head over there, check it out. And we have some prints available over there. We have almost 7 years worth of Sketchy live Monday night videos, final designs, and prints available from all of these Monday nights we've done for so long. And many of you have participated and have said hello, and we have had your name called out in your area. We appreciate the representation from all over the world. So we love you guys. And what are you doing?
Signing
your name to it. Okay, let me get back over here then, because I had had it on us because I thought we were doing a sign off, but we're not done.
I was taking the time while you were rambling.
Okay. Also over at the website, stickers, hats, beanies.
Beansters.
We got it all, guys.
All kinds of fun stuff. Please visit the website, johnnyslobby.com. We sure appreciate you guys hanging out with us with another Monday night in the books.
In the books.
I just got to say, can I just say, it was so fun to hear your ranting about the car show stuff. And I hope you understand, I was totally kidding around with you.
Your support would have been great.
I don't agree with you. But
you do agree with me. You said you agreed with me.
That was just to get you to stop talking.
No, you agree. You agree.
It's the best. Guys, this is why you tune into Sketchy Live, is the banter.
Will they get divorced this episode?
No.
Tune in and see.
I love you. You're the best. All right, guys, we'll have a super week. We'll see you again next Monday when we won't be here.
We will be here.
Next Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, we will be here. Okay, well, we'll see you next Monday. We might even have a guest. Who knows?
We might.
Stay tuned.
Yes, and as always,
stay sketchy. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.